Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're blasting off on a journey to discover worlds beyond our own solar system. Buckle up because things are about to get cosmic. We're talking exoplanets, planets that orbit other stars, and not just any exoplanets, but the ones scientists believe could be similar to Earth. Think about it, alien skies, strange new planets, maybe even extraterrestrial life. Get ready to test your knowledge and see how much you know about these fascinating faraway worlds. It's time for a quick quiz on the closest Earth-like planets. First up is Proxima Centauri b, or as I like to call it, the ultimate space neighbor. This planet orbits Proxima Centauri, which is a red dwarf star. And get this, it's the closest star to our sun. We're talking a mere 4.24 light years away. Now, Proxima Centauri b is a bit bigger than Earth, what astronomers call a super-Earth. It's also tidally locked to its star, meaning one side always faces the sun. Imagine permanent day on one side and never-ending night on the other. Could life exist on such a world? Well, that's the question, isn't it? It's definitely in the habitable zone, where temperatures could allow for liquid water. But red dwarfs are known for their stellar flares, which could be bad news for any life trying to evolve there. Still, Proxima Centauri b is a tantalizing target for future telescopes. Imagine the day we might be able to detect signs of life, or even an atmosphere, on a planet so close to home. Hold on to your hats, folks, because things are about to get crowded. Next up, we have the TRAPPIST-1 system, and let me tell you, it's a real planetary party over there. We're talking about not one, not two, but 7 Earth-sized planets orbiting an ultra-cool dwarf star. That's right, 7. And here's the kicker, 3 of them, TRAPPIST-1 E, F, and G, are in the habitable zone. Now there are some challenges. This star system is about 40 light years away, which is a bit of a hike, even for our most advanced telescopes. And like Proxima Centauri, TRAPPIST-1 is a red dwarf, so those pesky flares are still a concern. But the sheer number of potentially habitable planets in this system is mind-blowing. It's like the universe is giving us 7 chances to find life beyond Earth. Talk about good odds. Now we're heading to the constellation Cygnus, where we find Kepler 452b, a planet that's been dubbed Earth's older, bigger cousin. It's about 1,400 light years away, which is a bit of a trek, but this planet has some intriguing similarities to our own. For starters, Kepler 452b orbits a star that's very similar to our Sun, both in size and temperature. And you guessed it, it's smack dab in the habitable zone. It's also thought to be about 1.5 billion years older than Earth. Think about that for a second. If life arose on Kepler 452b, it could be billions of years more advanced than us. Are they building Dyson spheres? Have they mastered interstellar travel? The possibilities are enough to make your head spin. Of course, we still have a lot to learn about this distant world, but Kepler 452b reminds us that there could be planets out there with a long and fascinating history, just waiting to be discovered. Let's face it, the universe can be a noisy place, what with all the supernovae and black holes colliding. But some planets are lucky enough to orbit quieter stars, like Ross 128b. This exoplanet is only 11 light years away, making it one of our closest neighbors. It circles a red dwarf star, but unlike some of the others we've talked about, this red dwarf is much calmer and less prone to those life-zapping flares. Ross 128b is also tidally locked, which, as we learned earlier, means one side always faces its star. But because its star is cooler, the temperatures on the planet's surface might be just right for liquid water. So, if you're an alien species looking for a peaceful place to settle down, Ross 128b might be just the ticket. Quiet star, potential for water. What more could you ask for? Our next stop takes us about 1,200 light years away to the constellation Lyra, home to Kepler 442b. This planet is another strong contender in the search for life beyond Earth, and here's why. Kepler 442b is about twice the size of Earth and orbits within the habitable zone of its star, a red dwarf. But here's the really interesting part. Scientists believe it has a good chance of having a rocky surface, just like Earth. Now, we don't know for sure what's going on down there, Is it a barren wasteland, or could it be teeming with alien life? To find out, we need to study its atmosphere, which might reveal clues about what's happening on the surface. The James Webb Space Telescope, with its powerful instruments, might be able to do just that. So stay tuned. Kepler 442b could hold the key to unlocking the secrets of life beyond our planet. Get ready to be amazed, because Kepler 438b is about as close to Earth as we've found so far. This planet has an Earth Similarity Index, ESI, of 0.88, which is pretty darn close to a perfect score. So what makes it so special? Well, for starters, it's only slightly larger than Earth and receives a similar amount of energy from its star. And yes, you guessed it, it orbits within the habitable zone. Now, there is one small catch, and by small, I mean potentially life-altering. Kepler 438b star is a red dwarf that's known to unleash powerful flares. These flares could strip away a planet's atmosphere, making it much less hospitable to life. But hey, we're not giving up on Kepler 438b just yet. Further observations are needed to determine if it can hold onto its atmosphere, and if life has found a way to thrive despite those stellar tantrums. Now we come to a planet shrouded in a bit of mystery, Gliese 581g. This one's a bit of a celebrity in the exoplanet world, but its existence has been called into question. Some astronomers believe it might just be a case of mistaken identity, a blip in the data. But here's the thing, if it exists, Gliese 581g is a big deal. It's located about 20 light years away in the habitable zone of its star, a red dwarf. And it's thought to be potentially rocky, with a mass a few times that of Earth. So what's the verdict? Does Gliese 581g exist, or is it just a cosmic phantom? More observations are needed to confirm its existence once and for all. Until then, Gliese 581g will remain a tantalizing enigma, a reminder that the universe is full of surprises. Let's travel about 49 light years away to the constellation Cetus, where we find LHS 1140b, a super-Earth orbiting a red dwarf star. This planet is about 6 times more massive than Earth and thought to be much denser, suggesting a rocky composition with a potentially substantial iron core. Now, LHS 1140b orbits much closer to its star than Earth does to the Sun. But because the star is much cooler, this puts the planet right in the habitable zone. And here's the exciting part. Astronomers believe that LHS 1140b could have a water-rich atmosphere. Of course, we need more data to confirm this, and that's where the James Webb Space Telescope comes in. With its powerful instruments, we might be able to detect the presence of water vapor in LHS 1140b's atmosphere. If we do find evidence of a substantial atmosphere and liquid water, LHS 1140b will shoot to the top of the list of places where we might find life beyond Earth. Remember Proxima Centauri, our closest stellar neighbour? Well, it turns out that its companions in the Alpha Centauri system, a binary pair of sun-like stars, might have a planet of their own, Alpha Centauri b. Now, this one's a bit controversial. Some astronomers believe the signal that hinted at the planet's existence was actually caused by something else, like star spots or activity within the binary system. But if Alpha Centauri bb does exist, it would be a truly remarkable discovery. It would be the closest exoplanet to Earth ever found orbiting a sun-like star. And it would mean that our nearest stellar neighbours might also harbour planets. Imagine that, a planet orbiting stars that look just like our own sun, only a stone's throw away, cosmically speaking, of course. It's enough to make you want to jump into a spaceship and head over there right now. For our final destination, we're heading back to the Gliese 581 system to visit another potentially habitable planet, Gliese 581d. This planet is about 7 times the mass of Earth and orbits a red dwarf star about 20 light years away. Gliese 581d is thought to be a super-Earth located in the outer region of its star's habitable zone. Now, it might be tidally locked, which could mean extreme temperature differences between its day and night sides. But here's the exciting part. Some models suggest that Gliese 581d could have a thick atmosphere capable of trapping heat and distributing it more evenly around the planet. If this is true, it could mean that Gliese 581d has vast oceans of liquid water beneath its cloudy skies, making it a prime candidate for life as we know it. Only time and more observations will tell. And there you have it, stargazers. How many of these planets did you know about? Could one of them be our future home away from home? It's incredible to think that in the vast expanse of the universe, there could be countless worlds out there just waiting to be discovered. Let us know how many you got right. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're new at it as well. Every new discovery brings us one step closer to answering the age-old question, are we alone? Stay tuned for more.